Yep, there it is. Don't they ever get tired? It is said that their hatred and contempt can sustain them for months. Is that true? No, they mostly eat cheese puffs and dwarven soda. The problem is this is fun for them. That's why they don't get tired of doing it. Fun? What kind of monastic order are these guys? What do they even stand for? Yes, our Nightingales believe in the disciplinary power of stern whining to purge society of unacceptable behaviors. Oh my god, if this isn't like Tumblr to the, like not Tumblr, Twitter to the, like the T. Literally, this is literally like the whole, and I'm gonna say this on all sides, this is no one side is more worse than the other in this one. Literally everyone on Twitter, when they try and like be the beacon of cancellations or like trying to be like all mobbing grounds, is like, holy shit. Stern whining? No, you're just being an asshole. Do they work for the government or something? Oh, they are not an organized thing. Anyone can join them for a few minutes. There's this guy who rents the robes. Must be loaded. One moment they're just normal people, and the next they cover their faces with those hoods and become finger-wagging grandmas from hell. You mean those are just random buggers who go incognito to spew death threats at celebrities? Pretty much. And people are okay with these angry nutcases in stinky bathrobes bullying random victims. Oh, definitely not. The public is very against these mobs when they're not taking part in one. I see. It's okay when I do it. Classic. I hope this crazy local custom doesn't catch on to the rest of the world, or we're in for a real treat. Zast, Betrayal, there's someone who wants to talk to you, says it's important. You mean other than the murderous crowd? Sure, whatever. What are you doing here, little one? You again? Were we clear enough last time?
I work for the critic union now. I come on your behalf to help you sort out this mess.
The critic union wants to help us? Like hell they want to help us. This is a trick. Malviscus is the one who wants to push the crowd up on us with that article.
Zest pushed the crowd on us by being a clown in public. Mal just gave his views on what happened.
Yeah, right. And now we have one of his agents at the door. Let's hear what she has to say.
The critic union knows you messed up and that maybe you should be given a chance to make amends and prove your willingness to change for the better. Cooking is an important cultural medium. There's an opportunity to bring a lot of good to society through it.
You really think so?
Yes, if you adhere to a few guidelines, we'll be able to make things get better and better.
Ah, there we go. What's this about?
I'll remain here as an advisor and make sure all the dishes on your menu are up to the cultural standards our society deserves.
And what kind of standards are we talking about here?
Well, for one, the food needs to be healthy. Unhealthy dishes will make people sick, and we don't want that to happen.
But people come here to have a good time. You're supposed to have guilty pleasures while you're relaxing. That's what gives life flavor.
Well, maybe it's your responsibility to teach people to have a good time in a healthy manner and promote good values.
I'm a chef, not a kindergarten teacher. And our customers are grown-ass people who can decide whether they want to eat celery or deep-fried lard.
The people outside may disagree.
The people outside may kiss my ass. And yes, I said ass. I bet none of them are even our customers at all. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
That's my zest, alright.
Yeesh. We want to be able to keep serving disgusting garbage to our customers without any kind of consequence. That wasn't the spirit of the thing, Squirg. Oh, then freedom and all that, I suppose. Sure, why not?
Well, it's a shame then. The Overseer program has agreed upon the Critic Union and the Crown. If restaurants don't comply to these new rules, they will eventually lose their licenses and be forced to close.
Well, tell them they can do whatever they feel they need to. But my answer is still...
We accept.
What?
We accept your terms. Come with me, and we'll see what we can do to the menu.
Mitriel, we can't just agree to this.
You have already done enough damage, Zest. Let me at least try to fix this my way.
I guess I owe you that much.
Mitriel, no. This is gonna be a death trap.
This is a terrible mistake, Mitriel.
Too bad then, because we're doing it.
I can't just sit back and let this happen after all we've done to build this place from the ground up.
You can and you will. Go back home, everyone. Let me handle this.
Betrayal, you are signing a death warrant for literally everything. So, how's the new dynamic going?
Betrayal and the Overseer have devised a new menu. All very healthy and bland, easy to chew and swallow, nothing dangerous at all.
And how are the people liking it? They are... I see.
Zest! Betrayal has been very receptive to our suggestions. Now the restaurant is a far better place.
I hear my customers don't quite agree.
First you get a better restaurant, then you get better customers. You will improve in all possible ways.
I like my current customers just fine.
Your restaurant deserves better. This place could be so inspiring. I mean, look at Squirrel, for example. His story is a true example to highlight.
Oh, really?
Of course! Someone like you working at the top restaurant in Concordia? Yours is a great example of how a great artist can come from the most unlikely origins and in the most unexpected forms, that anyone can be a great cook.
Just... What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Eh?
This has to be the single worst insult I've ever had spread at me! Are the screen not good enough for your liking, your highness?
I meant...
You think I'm some kind of cute pet to pat on the head? I'll freaking cut you!
Calm down, Scourge! Don't do something you'll regret!
To where? Oh my god, everyone's in. What the hell have you done to my restaurant, maggot? I thought you could take care of the place and I find out you are serving bland crap! We had little choice in the matter. The critic union offered us a way to avoid the protests. The critic union played you, Zest. They played us all. They did? Yes, Mal used your meteoric ascension to wipe out every major figure in the cooking scene. In the end, he expected to control you through restaurant reviews, but Valzoi's revolution prevented him from doing so, and worse, it was spreading. That's why he forced everyone to accept those advisors. This way his views will not be able to be ignored no matter what anyone else says. Wait, so you're telling me that I didn't actually win those combats? No, Zest, you won them all fair and square. His intuition was a bit more insidious than that. You have any proof on that, or are we just a bunch of whiners crying about a big bad critic giving us a boo-boo? Not quite. There is definite proof. And you all should take a look at it. Blimey, what a party. Who's left? Is Jesus gonna pop out of the cake now? And Gork honked at us because she found out something disturbing. Even more than the Overseer program? You all remember how Mal wrote demolishing pieces attacking each of you when you were defeated by Zest? Yes. Not really. No? I don't pay attention to the news. How did you manage to get as far as you did? By defeating you all at what you do best. Yeah, in essence. Ouch! Well, take a look then. Let's start with the one regarding your fight with Terapio. When popular doesn't mean good. The new chef's victory over the popular chef Terapio demonstrates that cuisine should move away from the uneducated tastes of the common folk and fully embrace more elevated goals. Was I fighting against the common folk? I seem to recall that I was only trying to save my ass. It looks like you were the champion of the snobs! Here's another one from your fight with Bolton. Down with the overlords. An amateur chef dethrones the leader of the Culinary, putting an end to the traditional rules of cuisine and opening way for a new culinary paradigm. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to follow your own rules. I know. All of this, however, undermined my authority, and the Culinarium has been erratic ever since. Since then, when this last power grab came, we didn't have the strength to oppose Mal. And now another one from your battle with Anzashi. When tradition becomes bigotry. Chef Anzachi's chauvinistic views on Yaran culture proved to be her downfall. Well, gotta say that one is pretty spot on. But in the end, you did understand why I did what I did. There's nuance. All the nuance in the world won't take away from the fact that you acted like an asshat and treated Frischka like dirt. You may want to remember that the next time you want to tell an edgy joke during an awards ceremony. Next one from your fight with the Festamancers. Tangible physicality brings entropy to illusionism. The Festamancers lost their grip on reality itself as their castle in the sky collapsed against the solid wall of empirical determination. Okay, I don't have a clue what the hell he's trying to say.
Keep reading.
So this brings us to a necessary fundamental change, our understanding of the culinary art that requires a firm guiding hand. I see. All of this is very nice, but he's entitled to his own opinion, like it or not. This doesn't end here. Take a look at these. The short-sighted cuisine of Terapio crushes a promising new chef's hope. This proves that the cuisine needs to move away from the common rabble's criteria if we want the promises to reach elevated goals. The Culinarium's rigid views on perfection cut short the career of a promising rising star. The Culinarium's firm grasp on cuisine is choking new talent. A new paradigm is required. Chief Anzashi's bigoted ways take another victims and shoot down a true champion of good. The Nurian traditions need a new guardian. The chimeric infusions of the transcendent eclipse the palpable needs of the mundane. So this brings us to a necessary fundamental change of our understanding of the culinary arts that requires a firm guiding hand. What is this? Some sort of a window to an alternate reality where we all sport goatees? I found those in Mal's office while he was away. He wrote his articles beforehand. No matter who won or lost, the conclusions were reached before the fact, and the outcome didn't influence them. I see. That might be a bit more worth whining about, but heck, the guy's job is pretty much to give his opinion. You want us all to go there and say, our opinion is that your opinion sucks? The critics are playing you for fools, ass! They even try to control you through that woman! You should grow a spine! No, not the critics, just Mal. The others are just trying to do their job. You have been dancing to his tune since he arrived in town with his big bags of cash. Don't pretend this is not your fault! He said he'd be able to increase our influence. He was a prestigious critic back in Volcradia. Was! In past tense. Before pitting everyone and their mothers against each other. Volcradia, you're telling me that your crazy story about meatballs is actually true? Meatballs? Never mind. The thing is, there is nothing we can do but complain. And no one likes a cook who complains about critics. It's a bit of an unwritten rule, also known as suck it up and don't be a baby. This is a bit beyond sucking it up. If we do not stand against him now, Mal is going to consolidate his grasp on cuisine and choke it. We need to go to the critic union counter and make a unified statement of rejection. And then he'll just reject our rejection. No, he won't be able to. You are the epic chef, Zest. This rank comes with authority and responsibilities. If you leave the statement of rejection with support from us all, Mal will lose all his authority on the matter. We need you, Zest. Moreover, you have a duty to uphold. Alright, let's pay a visit to Mal. Great, the gigantic critic unit tower. Of Citrix? Citrix? Well, well, to what do we owe this visit? Come to tell us one of your jokes? We're here to put an end to your plot, Mal. What plot? Your plot to take over cuisine and rebuild it to your liking without opposition. And Slothy, an unlikely duo of traitors. Traitors to what? Will you listen to yourself, Mal? And all of you, why are you even here anymore? The Union was a mistake. The Union helps bring a unified consensus to send a clearer message. Critic consensuses must be reached independently and spontaneously. That's where the actual value of consensus resides. It must not be planned and agreed upon. If our voices are not united, we risk sending an unclear message and diminish our influence on the craft. Dispersed criteria will not bring improvement. Our job is to help the cooks and the public, not to control them. To describe reality, not to reshape it. If we wanted to influence cuisine so directly, we should have become cooks ourselves. That's rich coming from you. I might have failed as a chef. Or worse, I quit. I sabotaged myself because I was too full of fear to face criticism, to expose my heart and soul to the world and risk getting stabbed. It's an inevitable part of our trade. I know. I'm not making excuses. I quit because I feared the criticism from the critics, the public, and the other chefs. But I still love cuisine with a passion. And most of all, I knew how lost and vulnerable a chef can feel. I got into this to make things easier and more humane for them, not harsher and more merciless. I understand, but I didn't make this world. We have a responsibility towards the public, and we can't just be nice and forgive mistakes that will affect them. The public, eh? That's why you keep ignoring their cries? Ah, the revolution. Power to the people, eh? How is that completely reliable and not shady at all system of yours working out? My system is honest. Honest indeed. Honest as a drunken brawl, but I wouldn't want quarrelsome drunkards at the helm of the ship, would you? Well, maybe you actually would. So everyone who disagrees with you is a quarrelsome drunk now? Perhaps not, but they are just the untrained public, and the public tends towards comfortable familiarity. The public doesn't understand the need for change and tends to immobility. If we left control to the art to the masses, what would we get? A trillion minor variations of the same, say, fish and chips recipe. Nothing groundbreaking ever again. Stagnation. The saddest thing is that they wouldn't even know what they'd be missing out on. Bro, you are literally the epitome of it though now. Literally, your food is bland, unmemorable, repeatable, and just boring as shit. You are literally saying what you're hating. I'm just saying. So you simply ignore the rabble, eh? To take your criteria from your high and mighty tower. We don't dictate what the chefs need to do. We simply set their sights on higher goals and motivate them to spur their potential and not become redundant. You set their sights away from their patrons. That's the chef's choice alone. Choice? What choice is left for the chef when there's fanatics screaming on the street? What choice is there when you have agents telling them what they can cook? I can hardly be held responsible for the world being full of crazy people. That's precisely why we started the Overseer program, to protect the chefs from themselves. And to perch on their shoulders like a raven. Maybe this will help them balance the weight of the raven that is perching on their other shoulder. You keep talking about these high concepts so much that you have lost sight of cuisine itself. Critics are supposed to talk about the food and give their opinion. This has gone too far. This again! I'm tired of having to explain it over and over again! Maybe you have to explain it so many times that it doesn't make any sense. Yes, it does! You're just too short-sighted to understand it! Thinking that food critics should talk about food is not being short-sighted. Then go ahead and talk about flavors, or have some bum likes to sprinkle cinnamon on top of their fries, or whatever the minutiae you want. But we are the critic, Slothy. More is expected from us. There are more aspects to cuisine beyond mere taste and technique. There's restaurants' logistics and their impact on the city. There's values. There's whole harmony and cultural fitting. We are the top authority in this city regarding these issues. That is what we are supposed to talk about. You don't want it? Don't do it. But you have no right to expect us to shut up.
Hi, Ryan. Booga Booga, you're coming in.
Okay. Give it a rest, you all. This is all very interesting. You guys could spend weeks talking about this and everyone would be so very right at the same time. However, my issue with this matter is mostly one, Mal. And what would your issue be? It's pretty simple. You call yourself a critic, but you're acting like a dietitian. You're not persuading and convincing people to adopt your values. You just dictate them and then use your authority like a hammer to crush those who don't share them. The Critic Union has all the right in the world to recommend, but to not impose and be obeyed. Much less try and destroy the lives of chefs who dissent. That's not what it looks like from where I'm standing. Ah, then might makes right, sure. We could have avoided the whole discussion and just left it at, I do what I want because I can. But if this is all about power dynamics, then I'll humor you. As Epic Chef of Concordia and with the support of my colleagues, I officially question your authority and reject all the regulations you have imposed on the culinary trade. Cease and desist at once and let us cook in peace. That might have sounded a bit less impressive if it did inside your head. You think so? Because when the king is forced to choose between the whole body of chefs and some guy in a boulder hat, I think he won't even need to think about it. The whole body of chefs, eh? I doubt you find a single one who agrees with your current methods and it isn't a huge bastard. Oh, I love that you put it in those terms. What do you mean? You people may have an epic chef backing you up on this issue, but as it turns out, so do I. Mitriel! Mitriel, what are you doing? You stupid bitch! Mitriel? Your partner here came to visit me not long before your little uprising took place. An ambitious and clever woman, she is very willing to take a central role in this new paradigm that has come to life. I've seen my fair share of surreal stuff lately, but this one takes the cake. What is this about, Mitriel? Mitriel feels that something as important as the Epic Chef title should not be shared with someone as irresponsible as you. This has proven a great opportunity for her to get rid of some dead weight, so to say. I'm sorry, Zest, but I challenge you for the full solitary title of Epic Chef. Mitriel, I don't understand.
You may not know me as well as you thought then. You should have known that I'm not to be trusted.
She has a plan. No. This smells. There's a plan here. There's a plan here. There is a plan here. I can't believe this! Mitriel, if you take away the title from Zest, he will lose his royal protection! The Caesarians will take him away!
After all we've been through together, you only care about your stupid career, you're just a rat!
It's okay. I'm not happy either. So, you want to challenge my plan for a healthier Concordia Zest? Fine, but first you'll need to answer to Mitriel's challenge for the full title. And here's where it gets better. As the leader of the Critic Union, I can appoint anyone to be the judge of this match. So I appoint myself. This is a clear conflict of interest. The king is the one who should be deciding something like this, not you. The king is not very keen on acting as a judge after the last incident. So he's bestowed full authority to me to select culinary combat judges through a decree. You might as well just desist now and go back home. Mitriel, if you don't have a plan, then you are the worst kind of human being I've ever met. If you do not have a plan, you are the worst human being on the planet. No. If I have to go down, let it be with a bang. I accept your challenge, Mitriel. We'll meet at the Culinary Tower. Good! A new battle for the title shall take place. Only the winner shall retain the title of Epic Chef. I promise you, well, I'll try to be a fair judge. Now, get out of my tower. Hey! Greetings, villain! Oh, it's you. Took you long enough to show up again. I always stand vigilant, but I only show up when I feel the integrity of Concordian cuisine is in grave danger. It's been a year since I've seen you, my dude. Like, glad you're back. Like when some new neighbor plants potatoes on his farm, of course. More like when someone tries to introduce potentially cursed produce into our market, but have been swimming in zombies in a matter of hours. Fair point. So, is now one of those times when the integrity of Concordian cuisine is in danger? Indeed. Perhaps more than ever, for the balance has been broken. Partners fighting each other over a broken title, the former paragons discredited, and the critics trapped in a choir. And all because of one man. He must be stopped. You must win this fight. Okay, you know too much too fast. You had to be at the meeting. Who I am does not matter, but I can offer you help. What kind of help? The true essence of my companion. Staglione the Pegasicorn. You mean your donkey? You almost managed to make me take you seriously. Almost. What is the problem? Again, it's not a Pegasicorn. That's a donkey. A donkey! I already told you that he must conceal his true appearances. Pegasunicorns provide the ultimate ingredient in these lands. You can't hide a Pegasicorn with a hat. Why not? The wings would still be there, damn it. Ah. I see. There's been a fundamental misunderstanding regarding the nature of my companion. You see, a Pegasucorn is not a horse with wings and a horn. What? Oh no, this Pegasucorn is in the world of fiction already. This is almost as funny as the Xeno shark. It's a horse with a horn in the shape of a Pegasus. I'll be going home now. Wait! You obviously don't know the importance of this creature. Its horn provides the ultimate spice. A single pinch of powdered Pegasus horn can literally make literal dirt taste like the most refined meat. That's why Pegasus horns are so rare. They were hunted to the brink of extinction a long time ago. This creature here is one of the last remaining ones. This game is great. I love this game. I wouldn't be offering this to you if it wasn't important. Betrayal knows all of your secrets, every trick in your book. She can recreate anything you do and serve it to the whole restaurant. It will be the hardest combat you've ever faced. We cannot afford you losing. Use the spice and you will win. Not even Mal will be able to say no to bursting into incontainable tears of joy in front of everyone. This sounds an awful lot like cheating. You have received help before. Help! Advice. Not a mysterious insta-win powder. Betrayal deserves a fair fight. Betrayal has betrayed you. Take the powder. You can always decide whether or not to use it. Is that all? Yes. And who are you then? It wouldn't make sense for you to hide your face if you were on my side to begin with. Maybe you're another critic on Rogue. Not stoop unless you're wearing a girdle. And have a real hard time. Are you Eldenburg or Kriz? Boy, that would be a surprise. I thought you'd also be having a hard time in there. Are you Betrayal? I think... No, you wouldn't be Betrayal. Who are you? We've known you since the beginning. It could be the king. Yeah, it could be the king. Who are you? We're never gonna find out, are we? My job here is complete. Everything rests in your hands now. Good luck, Zest. Yeah, well, goodbye. Ah! Agorius! Agorius, you're back! I never left, though it's taken me a while to stabilize myself enough to leave the painting. I didn't even know what to do. The Infinigon told me to wait it out, and they were pros at this. Not much more I could do. Well, that was some good advice. Messing with the painting wouldn't have helped, but I'm fine now, which is all that matters. You don't seem all that fresh on the other hand. Trouble again. Since when do you care about my mundane crap? Just human. Mundane crap might just be the thing I need right now. I've realized I've been disconnected from the world, for my own good. If it really is what you want, I'll be happy to vent a bit. Basically, the leader of the critic union is trying to enforce a new moral code on every chef in Concordia. Of course, as try as I might to mind my own business, I'm right in the middle of it all. What kind of moral codes would a chef need? Mandatory healthy food. And I guess a few less jokes here and there. That it? Well, yes, hell, it sounds like a no-brainer, right? It's a decent thing to do, but why does it feel so wrong? You ever heard of the Starfall Archipelago? No. It was a group of islands, newly discovered back in my days in the Imperial Navy. A paradise of virgin land inhabited by a great number of tough yet peaceful, relatively primitive people who welcomed us without fear. How nice. Very nice. The only problem, as we found out, is that they were cannibals. Ah, I see. It was a ruse to try and eat you all. No, quite the contrary. They treated us with what they considered a delicacy and an honor. An elder roast. That can't be as literal as I'm picturing it. They even had apples in their mouths. Good grief, sounds horrible. To us, it definitely was. Being presented with a whole roasted grandma is not something you'll easily forget. However, for them, it was completely normal. It's not like they were killing people to eat them. They would eat their most dead and thought of it as an honor. They pretty much thought that by being eaten by the tribe, their soul would become part of the younger generations, and they could live forever with their descendants in an endless cycle. It was also a way of providing the tribe with food during tough times, and it kept everyone involved with their eyes on the future. How so? Well, the elderly truly cared about the prosperity of the tribe because they thought it would be part of it with the younger minds. Has to be tough being 90 years old and having to worry about unemployment rates among the younger population. Through the cycle, they believed that you would suffer or enjoy your legacy, good or bad, in a very direct way. That kept everyone motivated to make things better for the next generation. What I'm trying to say is, they were just minding their own business. They had no ill intent. So you just packed up and left them alone, I assume. Not quite. The Church of Temperus is not very happy about the whole business. Yeah, I can imagine, because of the sacrilege, I assume. Sure, and because of the health issues. Turns out that eating your elderly and sick is not as healthy as one would imagine. They had quite a color chart of infirmity. It was decided that the custom was barbaric and had to end, so we got it. By engaging in a serene dialogue and letting the best values overcome the bad ones over the course of a few generations? Well, sort of. We targeted prominent cultural figures and preached the flock out of them. Had some promises here, some presents there, and soon they were ready to accept the Temperian way. Then they declared that eating your grandma was now forbidden and nailed anyone who disagreed to a coconut tree. Very civil. Your values were clearly superior to theirs. Thing is, it worked. Just a bit of pressure from us and they stopped eating their own pretty quickly without needing to resort to much bloodier extermination campaign. I see. And you're telling me, I guess, because you want to show me that them minding their own business is not as innocuous as it might seem. And that the moral busybodies who took the issue in their own hands had good intentions even if their methods were too harsh, and that in the end they managed to get results. That reality is just a scale of dark gray tones. We need to find our own answers to make sense of it without obsessing about a good... I suppose that could be a pretty fair lesson to take on this. I fucked up and pressed the button on accident! I don't know if nailing people to palm trees is very gray at all, but I guess it was a different time, but I get what you mean to say. Very understanding. This lesson might help you come to terms with this harsh world, eh? However, did I mention that the Starfall Archipelago got its name from the incredible amount of resitonium crystals the place had? And that the people's cultural beliefs about the endless cycle implied that they wanted to conserve their natural habitat intact so no one could mine it? And did I mention that eating your dead was such an integral part of their philosophy and creed that getting rid of the custom pretty much made the whole thing crumble? In a short while, everyone was a greedy, self-centered bastard, being very willing to help us mine the island and take their most sacred places. It didn't take many decades for the place to become dry and useless. I see. The people with power of any kind will tell you a lot of tales, lad. Those culinary people, the critics, king... If you are very lucky, there might even be some actual good to take from their machinations. But even in the best of cases, it's always a secondary thing. A happy coincidence. Dig deep enough through their bullflog and you'll always find a cold, hard gold. I'm sure that some of them actually believe in what they were saying. That's when everyone ends up covered in blood, chains, or both. What a bleak way to see the world. Saves you a lot of grief in the long run. When you just assume every issue is about money and power, you're far more ready to act. You're obviously trapped in the middle of a power struggle. If you want to come out in one piece, just be simple. I don't want to see you sacrifice yourself because of morals. I'm not used to you giving me life advice. Well, guess that since my actual descendants don't give three flogs about me, I might as well pass my infinite knowledge to someone else. Even the occult stuff? You want to tinker with that? Dunno. Been messing around with the Infinigon quite a lot lately. I already use their trinkets, so I might as well learn a bit more about how they work. If you can't afford something twice, you shouldn't buy it once. Exactly. I think you should stick to cooking. Temperus knows what you might unleash if you actually gain arcane powers. Well, I guess we might have something in common then. Perhaps we do, sis. Perhaps we do. Agorius, you big bug. Miss ya, buddy. I think it's time we just... And I think we're gonna use the simplest meal. We're gonna defeat her using the simplest meal we can create. Our first ever meal on this island. Carrot, tomato, potato. If I'm screwing this up, then I guess I'll screw up, but it's fine. Hello, Zest. It is truly a sad day for all of us. A real shame that your career brought you to this point. I guess you... Ready? Yeah. Go, Bosco. The chairs must be waiting. Follow me, then. It'll be an honor to escort you to the tower. And Agorius is coming with. Surprised it didn't come with, like... things. Didn't come with, like, a judgment.
Ladies and gentlemen, and those who have not been to the binary, Today is a turbulent day for cuisine. A decisive day for most of us didn't wish to witness. A day of war between critics and chefs, where there was once cooperation. A day of confrontation and hatred, where once was shared passion. A day of division. And no one could show it better than our contestants. A couple you have all come to know and love. There's no introduction I could give that could do them justice. You know them very well at this point. I'm talking about our champions, the epic chefs who inspired so many. None other than Betrayal and Zest. This is a fight for the full, reunified title of Epic Chef. At the end of this combat, only the victor shall retain the title. And not only that, it is a fight over the very fate of the culinary arts themselves. Will this be a last stand for the chefs of Concordia? Will the critics finally manage to capsize their boat? This will be decided in today's combat by the unbiased decision of Mal, head of the Critic Union.
Critics, know your place. You wouldn't want to be perceived as indecorous.
Get bent. Zest, I'm sorry how things had to come to this. I'll quit the union after this combat. But for now, it would seem that there is no choice but to proceed with this charade, so... let's get cooking.
Well, you wanted your rematch. Here it is.
Not the kind of happy ending I was expecting, but that's how the world works. I didn't make the rules, and no one is above the rules, Zest. What was that?
Nothing. There's some unnecessary trash.
Are you ready then?
Let's do this. It's all or nothing. The die is cast. The time of judgment has come. I will start with Zest's dish. Ah, very good. Fully up there. It is no accident that you reached the top. But this isn't over yet. Now, let's go for Betrayal's dish. Supply. Marvelous. I've never tasted anything so good in my whole life. This settles it. It was a close one, a most serious battle. But it is clear to me who the victor is. Congratulations, Betrayal, you are the epic chef. Not so fast. I object. Zest, what's going on? So what? Many object when they lose. I invoke Rule 34. My stomach. Breathe or your stomach's gonna kill you. Breathe, you dumb bitch. Breathe. This just in, VTuber dies live on stream from a stomach attack of laughter. Wheezing made her heart stop, causing a cardiac arrest. We all know the joke, right? We're all mature enough to understand the joke, right? We're not gonna explain it to anyone who doesn't understand, right? Right. Okay. I invoke Rule 34. I invoke Rule 34.
I don't know why, but that's it chilled up my spine. It's like if someone made fan art of me, I would be in Rule 34.
You just made up that rule in an attempt to make everything feel sloppy and hard. Rule 34 of the Culinary rules said if two contestants agree, a second opinion may be requested, and the current judge may appoint an extra taster to reinforce that position. A disagreement would result in a tie. Ah, well, you had me worried for a moment there, but what you said surely doesn't apply in this combat. It absolutely does. The rule is clear. Nothing implies it has been overwritten. It is a pretty obscure one. It has only been set in motion twice, but it certainly applies in all combats, even if the king gave you the power to elect the original judge. It's not relevant anyway, so it would require both participants to agree to this. There's no way Betrayal would ever. I agree. Yep, Betrayal knew. What?
Wouldn't want it to be said that I won because of favoritism. So let's have another judge corroborate my win and be done with it.
But surely this is unnecessary. I mean, I'm the leader of the critic union. I am the ultimate judge. Then you'll be able to use your judgment to find another critic in the room who will be up to the task. You just need to pick whoever you want. But this isn't... What's the matter, Mal? So here's some critics in your damn union right there. You don't even trust your own people to do their job? I should stoop. Me? Well, if I must. Let's see those dishes then. Where's zests? Now let's go for materials. Mitriel, what the fuck did you put in your dish? Mitriel, what the fuck did you put in your dish? What did you put in your dish, Mitriel? What the hell was that? I haven't eaten anything like this horrible and burning my whole life!
Just the good old heretical lunch with a little boost to the spiciness. Heard it's a big hit in the homogeny.
This dish cannot be eaten! This isn't food, it's like drinking molten metal! So it seems we have a contested decision. I think we have something worse than that. I've known Stoop for years. The man eats scaly, dead peppers for breakfast like it's nothing. His resistance to strong flavors is legendary. Something capable of making him cry in pain like that would have made a regular man's head explode. How could you eat that without even flinching, Mal? I'm a man of complicated... You didn't eat it at all, did you? Well, I believe you might be a man who has no taste at all, literally. So he did eat, and he has no tongue palate. Wait, no, he did eat it. He has no tongue palate. He doesn't have a palate. So that's why you never wrote about flavors. The head of the critic union can't even tell if a taste is good or bad? But of course I have taste, don't be ridiculous. Ball flawed. Besides, with or without taste, you're just a rotten liar, which is the absolute worst thing a critic could be. You've been playing us all for fools. Hell, I even got angrier because I burned all those rants on the trivial crap, and I don't even have that harsh enough words to left for this. Having opinions is one thing, Mal. Going beyond is exciting. But at the very least, you need to have some root in reality to do so. You can't just make things up at your convenience. The union was a mistake. I think I speak for all of the remaining members when I say we no longer support it.
All according to plan.
Oh, Betrayal, I knew you were up to plan, baby girl. My god, Betrayal, you scared the shit out of me! So you knew! You knew Mel had no taste buds, and when anyone else would eat it, their head would literally pop. You knew! Brilliant bitch. Brilliant bitch! Thank goodness. Don't make me go through this ever again.
Well, I tried to make it clear without it becoming painfully obvious. It wasn't crucial for you to know the plan anyway. But it was a nice touch when you caught on in the end. More drama.
How did you know that his taste thing?
I didn't. Been a bit of an extra bonus.
Looks like your plan was one hell of a success. You've completely squashed Mel's plot.
You sure have.
You little snake. I thought you were smart in this. I offered you all you wanted and you betrayed me.
Funnily enough, I've been having all I wanted for a while now. I'm sorry, but I never even considered helping you.
Very insidious. Insidious, but I have an ace up my sleeve as well. The rules of this combat state that only the winner will remain as epic chef. Now that the contest has ended in a tie, no one has won. So both of you have lost the title. This is a technicality. The king will reinstate both titles in a heartbeat once he recovers. Yes, but in the meantime, Zest is no longer an epic chef. So he has no royal protection right now. Fuck. You wanted to mess with my plan for a healthier Concordia? Well, this is what you get! Back off! I won't you lay a finger on him! Have you lost your mind, Mal? You'll drag him away and execute him! He will simply pay for his crimes. I can't believe this! You're going to get a man killed because he dared to question your ridiculous vision! You're a monster! Run, Zest! I'll cover your escape! Frischka, you are the best bitch in the world. You are the best bitch in the game. Oh my god, you are the best girl. Stand back, Frischka. They're professional soldiers. Things are bad enough without you getting hurt. I can handle them! You can still run away! No, you can't handle them. Once you force their hand, things will get ugly. They're not kidding. And I can't run away anyway. You've escaped them before! Running away from them is not the hardest part. The hardest part is running away from all of you. I've met too many people in here. Made too many friends to just leave. My heart simply won't allow it. Once was bad enough. The only way I'm getting out of the city will be dragged in chains. So do your worst, Estilla. But leave my friends alone. Nonsense! We can't let you just give up! We'll tie you up ourselves if we have to! Come on, girls, we're in a public place. Zest! Zest, you kinky bitch! Stop it! You kinky little... Stop it! Stop it! Don't you damn it! We'll execute you! I'm willing to accept it with a clean conscience and grateful for all these days. However, if you get hurt, I won't be able to forgive myself. Zest, It's okay, Fry. It's okay, Free. If my whole odyssey ends with you living a happy life here, it'll have been worth it. Okay, Mr. Smooth Talk, you said too much. There's no way I can let them drag you away now. Zest? I've been waiting to do this for a long time. However, things have changed. The Kingdom of Luceria has revised your case and declared you an exile. What do you mean? I mean that as long as you're outside of Luceria, we won't lay a finger on you. I'm no longer a fugitive? That's right. This is... How? Why? Our reasons are our own, but rest assured this isn't a trick. Oh god! Oh my god! Damn you! You should be hauled off in chains for what you did! Couldn't have said it better myself. But don't worry. You will get to see someone dragged to prison today. What? Malviscus, you are under arrest for conspiring against the kingdom and its people. Conspiring against the kingdom? I know everybody is insane in this blasted city, but you can't arrest me for some stupid culinary critiques! That's right. But we bloody well can arrest you for being a homogeneous spy! A spy? That's ridiculous! We've got solid proof that you received a great amount of funds from homogeneous sources before you moved, remember? Oh shit, he was the spy all along?! Mal was the spy?! Bro, he was the spy all along?! What the fuck?! That's why he couldn't taste the meal. It was a homogeny lunch. He couldn't taste the meal because it was a homogeny meal. Bro! What? That money was... I have nothing to do with homogeny. Then you might want to explain why we found some of the stolen city documents hidden in your office. What? I don't know what you're talking about. And what were you doing in my office anyway? The same anonymous source that sent us the information that your deal set us on the right path. You're busted, homogeny scum. Take him away. No, wait. I'm not a spy. I swear this is misunderstanding.
Explain.
I just made a little deal with our Lucerian friends. Don't tell me that they only cared about the damn thing all this time. Oh no, they wanted to take you all right, but I managed to persuade them. How? When you gave me the thing, I went to see everyone's favorite gossiper. She was very helpful when it came to locating interesting information regarding the context and resources of her oldest employers. Soon I had a very extensive list of names and transactions. Mal was in it as well, of course, amongst others. You think that that thing is dangerous? Well, this is the most dangerous stuff it has. Why? Here? Now? No, I don't think so. The room may be noisy, but I'd rather not risk it too much. For now, I'll just say that in the end, you were negotiable. We'll be dead within a week. Not if they have a brain. No, trust me, I have safeguards set in place. Just who the hell are you, Valzoy? Oh, hi, Am, that funny man you know. The one who has a tragic story about Shark and Meatball. He just happens to also have another slightly more tragic story about what happened to those he cared about when the homogeny took over Volcradia. But that's alright because now the man has a list of names. Valcroy, you scared the shit out of me. See, that's this is why I stick to the meatball story.
So you only tracked Mal here because you knew he was a spy?
Well, I also happen to enjoy those meatballs quite a lot. After this, we'll make you all the meatballs you can eat.
Let's go back home, guys. I think we've had enough adventure for today.
Yeah. Home.
Oh, sorry, you still can't go to Lucaria.
Lucaria can go to hell! Right here, I have everything I could ever wish for. I have a lot of letters to send though, but for now, let's go. The restaurant pays for everything today.
Wow, are you sure about that? There's Valsroy with us.
Within reason. I'm a very reasonable man.
A reasonable man doesn't blackmail a whole kingdom. Then I guess we should be grateful that he's not.
This game and all of its plot twists. Mal was the spy. I never liked the guy, but I really didn't see this coming. Yes, he has caused a lot of damage to the trade. People of Concordia deserve better from us all. Perhaps we could find some middle ground to help each other connect with the public without making it a competition. We will stand taller than ever. This new golden age lies ahead for all of us. For Temperis' sake, do you even hear yourself talking? Hasn't been 5 minutes since he got arrested and you're already talking about collusion for mutual profit. I know this is Concordia and all that, but this has to be a new record. Is there no middle ground between trying to destroy each other and working together to fill your pockets at the public's expense? Well, we're just trying to figure out how to reconnect after Mal messed everything up. It's easy to point fingers at him now that he's fallen from grace, but if he could puppet you around like it's that because you're giant egos. You may be the very best, but you're still cooks. Most people expect food for a good time from you, not spiritual leadership. Sure, some may enjoy being lectured on human nature by a bunch of buggers who spent most of their lives locked away in a kitchen obsessing over a single trade. But the same amongst us don't care all that much about your one-sided, half-assed views of perfection, tradition, and Tapiris knows what. We just want to eat! So, you don't need to start making a giant fuss every time someone doesn't understand the philosophy behind your latest sublimation of fish and potato foam. Or when you get roasted because you try to charge 60 a scooter for a turnip on a stick. And you critics, is it so hard to criticize what they do without trying to destroy them or making the masses hysterical? Bloody hell, we all survived a world war and a near apocalypse not 2 decades ago. There's talk about some divine bullflog going on that some have everyone very worried. Not to mention that the homogeny seems to be getting very active and we might have another continental invasion incoming. Could just be asking too much that you let people enjoy their roasted tomatoes without making them feel homicidal and desperate because there's not enough lime in their Cilitrium vinaigrette. Why the hells you deserve each other? I mean, let's be quite fair, all of you are kind of assholes. Every single one of you is kind of an asshole. But at the same time, there's room to improve and be better. As long as you are okay with being yelled at in this regard, at this moment in time, and then are willing to try and be better, at least there's a better chance of you becoming better than who you were. Okay. I guess he might have been a bit extreme, but maybe he has a couple of valid points. I suppose we could try to build some bridges without going too far. A bit less hyperbole here and there. That would be good, yes. Maybe we have inflated our importance so much that we have forgotten that our primary task is to satisfy our customers, not our egos. And perhaps we should learn to understand that our criteria is not absolute.
I'm sure that this attitude will bring a breeze to fix the damage the critic unit has done.
Okay, let's not be so one-sided. Well, it wasn't the Culinary who caused this mess. In a sense, you did. You adopted your own kind of consensus amongst yourselves and took questionable decisions. That's why the critic union sounded like a good idea. Our decisions were well thought through and pondered by a large group of chefs.
Yeah, like that micro meals fiasco 10 years ago when you were selling salads to people one olive at a time.
Or when you decided to offer mystery lunches in locked crates. Oh my god, the Culinarium tried to do loot boxes? What the fuck? Those were experimental ideas to help the market recover after the desperate stand. Very profitable ideas. I'd say they sure helped you.
Our field may be highly artistic, but it's a trade. After all, chefs need to make money.
You sure managed to turn garbage to gold at times, though.
Still more useful than your...
Oh my god, they're still talking.
So, how did you manage to perform that miracle, Valzoy?
As you know, I went to Nivith to my sanctum in the forest to try and decipher the book. Good thing I told you not to take it too far away from the city. Well, nothing happened, right? If it did, I would have let you know in a very calm manner. No need to worry about things that didn't happen, friend. Or are you upset that you weren't as attractive as you thought? Ha ha, go on. Nivith, as you know, was helping me locate homogeny agents, collaborators, and cover businesses camouflaged within the pages. Turns out, your queen herself has been taking a lot of money from those elven covers.
Wow, what for?
Bribes, paybacks, hard to tell. But if it went public, Flog would hit the fan! So you made a deal with him. Yes, thankfully the whole book fiasco has been kept a secret, so no one else knows what we know. If you keep your mouth shut and let them handle the royal family issues internally, they'll leave you alone.
Hard to believe that the homogeny was influencing a queen.
If only she was the only one. They have been busy. I've gotten a long list of names and companies.
They let you keep a list?
As long as it doesn't affect them, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to expose Mal. He has been funded by Cabbage Inc. On the outside, a gigantic cabbage conglomerate. On the inside, a way for the homogeny to finance their agents.
So they were paying Mal to spread dissent?
I don't think so, no. They were probably paying him to influence the market with this healthy food thing.
Why would they do that?
To sell more cabbages.
How would that help the homogeny?
The cover business is still a business.
I see.
Didn't Mal even know what he was dealing with, homogeny? I always thought he was an active collaborator, but now I believe that Perhaps he was just a huge jerk in the right place.
He had to be an agent, though. Why else would he be stealing all those secret documents and storing them in his office?
You placed them there, didn't you? Yeah, what a mystery. Val's away? Yes. Did you put the documents in his office? Maybe. There was never was a homogeny spy, was there? We can't really know that. I mean, statistically, it's pretty probable there's one around. Maybe so, but the one everyone has been scared of has been you all along. Yes?
You mean Valzoy is the guy who's been stealing all those documents in town? Why would you do that?
I was looking for evidence of espionage. So the homogeny spy that terrorized half the city was just a Valkradian idiot chasing a spy that doesn't even exist. We don't know that.
I'm sorry, but did we just send an innocent man to his death?
I would hardly call him mal-innocent. Even if he tried to have me executed, we can't simply let him chop his head off. Relax, they won't do that. Ah, yes, because spies get hanged. No, they will question him and then he will say he didn't know the homogeny was involved. They won't be able to prove otherwise. Money will change hands and that will be it. Aha. And the documents in his office? Circumstantial evidence.
Like hell, no bribe will be able to get him out of this one.
Alright, I'll steal some more documents so they know he wasn't the one doing it. My temperance, man. You just keep wreaking your way forward. You keep wrecking your way forward.
Like you're the one to talk, but did you even need to frame him to make this plan work, though?
Look up. I'll fix this, okay? Don't worry, leave it in my hands.
You're gonna make things worse for Mal. Meh, what are they gonna do? Execute him twice?
Don't worry, I'll handle this. You came all the way from Volcradia to get revenge on the guy, and now you want to get him out of jail? I came trying to uncover an agent, and now I have a whole list of them. I'd say it was worth it, yeah?
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't want to involve you in this struggle, friends. You have lives to live. I'll just tell you that with this list and a bit of hard work, well, maybe Volcradia will howl again.
I tell you to forget this crusade and live a normal life. I'm scared of what you do without a purpose. At least your powers of mayhem will be focused in one direction now. Do tell us we need help, though.
Yes, but at least give us a few weeks before starting a revolution, will you? I just got out of one big struggle, and I'd like to be able to enjoy life a bit more before the next problem hits me in the face. You bunch of assholes couldn't just let this end gracefully, could you? Oh, zest, buddy. We're so sorry. Someone make sure that the book is properly unbound from you before leaving. Yeah, sorry. I'm sure you did this on purpose! It was an accident! Then why is she sporting that flog-eating grin? I'm just happy that the mission is finally over. Just take the damn book and get the hell out of my property again!
You're starting to sound like Terapio.
Don't tease me, maggot.
Don't let this spoil the day. You've defeated everyone in your way. You should be happy.
Well, not everyone. That last combat was a tie.
It was only a tie because Mal was lying.
True, but we don't know if it would have been a tie if you hadn't immolated yourself.
Perhaps. But I wasn't the only one who committed some degree of self-immolation.
Eh?
Pegasus corn dust. Legendary condiment. I don't know where you got this stuff, Zest, but with a pinch, you would have crushed me at my very best. Mal would have become a quivering mess, and no one would even believe that he was truthful. The stakes couldn't be higher. The threat was a deadly one. And you were holding a guaranteed victory in your hands. Literally. And then you threw it away. Right before the battle.
Well, sure, but considering how things turned out, it wouldn't have been made much of a difference.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong. To me, it makes a world of difference.
I'm sick of being an intern!
Oh, the first kid's like, no, don't go with Mitriel, you dumb human fuck! Go with me! See,
can I just say, consensual polycule with Zest and Betrayal and Frischka? Polycule?
Eh? I've had enough of this nonsense. I want to become a full-time employee. What do you say?
Fine, Squirg. Let's go and take a look at your contract.
Neat. Can I have a dental plan?
Are you kidding with those teeth of yours? You don't need a dentist, you need a team of masons.
Dental health is very important for my people.
Then you should stop chewing the furniture when you think no one's looking.
So it was you!
Really, Mitch? Who do you think it was, Valzoy?
It could have been any of you.
Yeah, can we focus on my contract? Sure, we'll sign your contract right after you replace all the knocked chairs. And also after you replace the name.
No! Fear not, my child, for Jesus is here to save you. With fair competitive prices and special offers for people with dire carpentry needs. Thank you, Jesus. You're a true savior. Hey, what can I say? Gotta love thy neighbors. Oh my god, we finished! Holy crap, so good! I love this game. This game was too damn good. I love this game so fucking much. We've been at this game for a year, and everyone on this team who made this game, who like had their hands in this game, phenomenal. Phenomenal, talented, absolutely brilliant, such a good game. Oh, it's almost bittersweet that we're ending it, like that we finished it. It was so much. My god, it was so good. Yeah, it's been a full year since we played this game. When we first started this game. We've been playing for a full year, because I've been off and on with this game, because I've been trying to get other games on the docket. And now we finished, it's like, holy shit. It's the charm, the characters, the humor is so funny. It's so good. It's easy to understand, easy math. It's just so easy to understand how to play the game. Like, wow. Wow. Like, I wish that the team, not the production company Team 7, but like the team behind this game, the ones who had their hands fully involved, like, I wish they had more support and all this stuff, that the game got the proper support it deserves. Because, like, I haven't heard of any updates for Epic Chef. I haven't heard of any updates, unfortunately. I think it might be dead in the water, and I'm like, no! This is such a great game! If there was much more support in, like, fixing, like, the bugs, like the invisible walls and, like, the overlay issues. Oh my god, I love that. You see how much fun there's how much fun there is. Everyone's just chill, happy, chilling. Yeah. But I think we're just gonna end it with that. Yeah. But we did it. This was Epic Chef. Wow. Please support this game. Please play this game if you can. This is stupid fun. And hey, devs of Epic Chef, if you ever want to add voice acting into this game, I am more than happy to lend my voice for free for this game. Because this has been such a really important game for me. And it's really, really fun, really happy. Like, if you want to add voice acting to this game and in like a patch that you come back to, if you come back to the development of this game, if you want to add voice acting, I'm in. No questions asked.